So life is good, making good money, but I'm living in my mom's house in Mount Rainier. So one day we went to Fridays in Greenbelt, me and my boy, and we get a call. Hey, you should come down to the Go-Go with us. I said, cool, I got to go home, change up, shower up, blah, blah, blah. We're driving home, and apparently the guy who I'm with is not paying attention to his rearview mirror. So we pull up in front of my parents' house, and someone parks at the bottom of the hill. I saw the car as I got out, and I asked him, I said, yo, how long was that car behind us? He said, oh, no, they ain't nothing. I pay attention. All right, no problem. I go in the house, I shower, and we're getting ready to go out to the Go-Go. As I walk out the house, he walks out in front of me. I look, and I see two dudes across the way walking towards him with a gun, and I see my boy lay down. I take off down the street. I run, I've been another corner. And then I end up at the liquor store down the street, and they're like, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm good. But they can see it on my face that I'm not okay. And I'm just in there just because I just want to be out of sight, out of mind. I walk back up the street to my house, my door's open, and my mom is standing there with my boy. And he's in there telling her that they just took $7,000 cash from him, his car keys, and his cell phone. At this point, I knew two things. He doesn't pay attention to his surroundings. That's a problem. And I got to get away from this household because Mount Rainier was not a trustworthy area during that period of time. So 2 weeks later, I moved to Bowie, to a nice luxury apartment. And I'm living there and everything's all good. I'm still moving and shaking. And we're going to clubs, we're partying. But one thing that I like to do is I like to be in control of the road, and I'm the one who's driving. All of my boys live in Laurel, but I live in Bowie. So I said, I'll cancel my lease here and I'll move to Laurel. I moved to Laurel with my boy, the same one from the previous story. We get an apartment together in Russet. Everything is all good. We're able to save our money. We have really dirt cheap rent, for the volume of work that we get, for the amount of money that we make. And one day he brings these guys to the house that are friends with his girlfriend. His girlfriend's from Baltimore, and I love Baltimore. But these dudes look like Baltimore, for real. And he introduced me to them. I said, how y'all doing, fellas? And I could see that they were kind of looking around, and I didn't like that. The very next day, I go out early in the morning, head out to the gym, and guess what? When I come back home, my door is pushed in. I'm thinking, well, if it was the police, they would have probably came while I was there to arrest me. But then I started looking around and I'm noticing things missing. The very first thing I do is go to my closet and look at my safe, and it's gone. His money counter is taken. The TV off the wall is taken. The PS4 is taken. The little bit of cash that I had sitting in my closet for that night to go out, taken. So now I'm like, I made a bad decision moving to Laurel with him. I'm out. But before I could say I was out, the apartment complex kicked us out. So now I moved to another part of Laurel by myself, and everything is all good. I'm making cooking videos. I had a girlfriend at the time. All my neighbors love me. I had a nice dog. We're still going to the clubs and partying. And before you know it, my girlfriend moves in with me. I'm making these videos, and when I say videos, I'm talking about cooking instruction videos on YouTube. And Facebook people are loving it when I post these videos. So I'm beginning to really think that culinary arts is my lane. And this content videos that I'm putting together, very amateur-like now when I look back at them, but everybody starts somewhere. Let's fast forward to about 2 years down the road. 2 years later down the road, one of my boys gets his door kicked in. They arrest him. His girlfriend calls me. Oh my gosh, they just took him. I'm like, who? Secret Service. I'm scared. But hey, I'm living in a townhouse at the time. It's not in my name. I don't think that they can come get me, but I'm still looking out my window. He gets out. The other individual in the case, they kick his door in. The other individual kick his door in. I just know I'm next. It's all four of us. 3 of them gone. It's just me left. But they never come and get me. All 3 of them get out and they all call me and they say, you need to go turn yourself in. They keep asking about you. So I make the executive decision to go turn myself in. I call the police. I call a commissioner buddy of mine and said, hey, can I turn myself in with you so that I can get out? And she said, yeah, come on, turn yourself in. I turned myself in there at Upper Marlboro thinking I'm going to get out. And they say, no, you have an outstanding warrant in Montgomery County. They transferred me to Montgomery County. I had 82 counts of state fraud credit card. I don't know what they call it. I bailed myself out there. They sent me to Anne Arundel. I have outstanding warrant for a missed court date that took place during that period of time. From Anne Arundel County, I had a detainer by the Secret Service. Secret Service, U.S. Marshals come pick me up, and that ride was the longest ride from Anne Arundel County to the U.S. Eastern District Courthouse. When I got to that courthouse, better yet, back up. That drive, when I asked them questions like, why didn't you come to my home? He said, we didn't know where you stayed at. We thought you lived with your mother. They said, you don't have any places in your name, but we see all your YouTube videos and we see all the cooking you're doing. I thought that was pretty funny that they were watching the videos but couldn't find where I was living at. But they said it was very honorable that I turned myself in, and once I go in front of the court, they would let me out like they did everyone else. I get there and I stand in front of the judge, Judge Anthony J. Tringer at the Eastern District Court, Eastern District of Virginia. And he tells me that I am going to remain in the custody of the U.S. Marshals because I'm a flight risk. I'm confused because I'm now wondering, how am I a flight risk? I'm an American, don't know how. And I stayed there. And I stayed there, and this is my first long prison sentence in a county jail.